Welcome back. This college football season has given fans a reminder that the sport never stays the same for long. Some familiar powers are watching from home, while a program that many used to treat as a speed bump is now in the fast lane. Tonight, we look at one of the surprise stories of the year, Indiana's rise from just hoping for a bowl game to a top contender in the new 12-team college football playoff. If you had that on your 2025 bingo card, you might want to check your pockets for a lottery ticket. Indiana has spent years in the shadow of bigger football brands in its own league. Not this season. Behind the steady quarterback play of Heisman frontrunner Fernando Mendoza. This defense is led by Luis Moore and Aiden Fisher, who racked up 77 tackles en route to their 13-0 record and second-ranked defense in points allowed. The Hoosiers have forced their way into the national picture. While traditional powers have stumbled, Indiana has done the simple things right. Limit mistakes, win close games, and act like the moment is not too big. That patient climb has turned a once overlooked team into a major factor in the playoff race. What makes this story even better is what it says about the sport as a whole. The new playoff format has opened up the door for programs that used to be stuck in the middle, and Indiana has walked right through it with confidence. The message to every fan base out there is clear. If Indiana can do it, your school might not be as far away as it feels. And if you are a blue blood program on the outside looking in, well, it might be time to stop living off the old trophy case and start updating the playbook. Coming up, speaking of loyal fans and long seasons, Atlanta, this next part is for you.
What in the sports?
For Atlanta Falcons fans, the word struggle is more than just a label on a schedule. It has become part of the weekly routine. From heartbreaking finishes to seasons that never quite took off, this franchise has built a history that can wear you out and pull you back in at the same time. The 2025 season has felt like another chapter in that long, emotional book in red and black. Close games slipping away late, drives that stall right when hope starts to rise, and a fan base that keeps showing up anyway, because that is what Atlanta does. Tonight, the goal is not to reopen old wounds or rewatch every painful highlight. Instead, we are going to talk about what it is like to live through another tough year as a player, as a coach, and as a fan who has seen just about everything. We will ask the question Falcons fans know by heart. How does this team finally turn the corner? And what has to change so that next season's story doesn't sound like this one? Atlanta, you have earned this conversation. Welcome in, everybody. I am Charles Jones with Full Sail Live. And also, What in the Sports? I'm sitting here with strategic captain, head, vice president, the owner, founder of not only Strategic, but the collective, co-creative collective as well. And also the artist, BKG, Tony P, one and only. And I appreciate you for sitting down with me, man. And we're going to be talking little sports, man, talking about Falcons, the history of just being a Falcons fan, man.
Lifelong. The Falcons always hyping us up. You know what I'm saying? We always look good going into the season. I always feel good going into the season. And honestly, I hate to sound like a Cowboy fan, but I believe that every year is our year. You know what I'm saying? Definitely thought this year was our year too, until it started.
Understandable, bro. I understand that for sure. So with that being said, On a scale from Super Bowl bound to why do I do this to myself, where do you expect to land once you saw how stacked the roster was on paper for the Falcons?
When I saw how stacked we were in combination with knowing that we had Bijan and Kyle Pitts and just looking at that offense, the one thing I wasn't sure about was the defense. I was locked in about the offense this year.
So at what point this season did the roster, become too good like to have that terrible record that we have?
The moment we started losing, because it was certain games, like the Carolina game when we put up the donut, that should have never, ever happened. The Miami game, that should have never, ever happened. You understand what I'm saying? The thing that I'm most grateful for is the defense. They showed up and showed out more than I ever could have imagined, and I was anticipating that being the energy from the offense this year.
Where did you lean more towards, like stick with one guy or bench this guy, or is Matt Ryan busy, or what's going on?
First of all, yes, I miss Matt Ryan. Immediately I started missing Matt Ryan. But I do believe in Michael Penix. I do believe he's going to take us to the mountaintop. I believe in his arm. I believe in his accuracy. When Cousins was messing up, yes, it was bench Cousins. But I'm riding with Mike. Like, as soon as he come back, he need to be the starter regardless of what we got going on.
Yeah, I agree with that. And with Michael Penix having 5 surgeries in 8 years on that knee, man, it's kind of, man, it's kind of hard, man. How refreshing has it been watching James Pierce just wreak havoc, like he's personally offended by opposing quarterbacks?
It's been very refreshing because the one thing I know, as good as a powerhouse offense is defense that wins championships.
And Jalen Walker, UGA, did his rookie season make you say, wait, what are we actually, are we allowed to draft defenders in Atlanta?
I mean, I felt like he was the biggest pick since Julio. As far as a great pick with great talent, coming right in as a starter and getting right to work. And you couldn't ask much more from our defense this year, honestly, through and through. This wasn't the defense's fault this year.
So if you had to describe the Falcons defense this year in one phrase, what would it be?
Impeccable. I believe we got the right squad to get the job done. If we can keep all the pieces on the field and just realign some of the coaching staff and repurpose these guys and remotivate these guys and take back control of the locker room, I think by 2028 with this squad, we bring home the first championship.
If you could send one message to the front office after 2025, would it be more, we're close, don't mess this up, or please, for the love of Atlanta, figure out the quarterback?
I would tell the front office we're closer than we've ever been since the Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez era, so please don't mess this up. Please don't mess it up.
Hopefully next season will be better than this season.
Thanks.
So that'll do it for this interview with my man, BKG Tony P. And once again, don't forget the brand, strategic. So definitely go out and check out some of the merch, man. And I am Charles Jones with Full Sail Live, What in the Sports. Thanks for watching.
What in the sports?
In our last segment tonight, we turn to the growing mix of sports and technology. For years, fans have argued about who is the fastest, who runs the farthest, and who looks the most tired in the fourth quarter. Now, technology is stepping in to settle the debate with hard numbers.
Zebra Technologies has been the exclusive player and ball tracking provider of the Senior Bowl since 2018.
Across the sports world, teams are placing small tracking chips in player equipment and sometimes even the ball itself. These devices record speed, distance, and movement patterns in real time, feeding data to tablets on the sideline and to screens in the broadcast booth. Coaches can look at this live information and decide who needs a break, who has a favorable matchup, and which plays are working when players are fresh versus when they are worn down. For broadcasters, these numbers turn basic plays into deeper stories. Now viewers can see how fast a player really was moving on that long run instead of guessing from their couch. This shift is changing how teams train as well. Instead of guessing how hard to push players in practice, coaches can use the numbers to set limits, reduce risk of injury, and focus on the work that brings results on game day. For fans, it brings a new layer to the viewing experience, A simple graphic can now show that a wide receiver hit top speed on the winning touchdown, or that a defender covered more ground than anyone else in the game, which makes the effort easier to appreciate. Of course, all this data means some of the old phrases are getting an update. We used to say that a player was flying around out there. Now we can say with a straight face, he hit 21.7 miles per hour and burned enough energy to power the stadium lights for a minute. Pretty soon, your fantasy league trash talk might sound like, my running back ran 2,000 more yards of total distance than yours this month, which may be the nerdiest way possible to win an argument about sports. In the end, technology is not replacing the game. It is giving fans and teams a clearer view of what has always been there: effort, speed, and the tiny details that swing a season. Whether you love the numbers or just want to see the highlights, the future of sports coverage will bring more information to your screen than ever before.
What in the sports?